And that'll do it for this shortened version of your TV6 News tonight. It's time now for the TV6 Canathon program. We kick it off with TV6's Steve Asplund. Steve?
Thanks a lot, Greg, and welcome everyone to the 29th edition of the TV6 Canathon. It's a yearly event we hold here and throughout Upper Michigan, where you at home and throughout Upper Michigan can help raise food, donations, cash, and other things to help feed a hungry neighbor in your area. Now, the food that's generated and collected in those areas stays in those areas to help feed those people in need. Joining me now is our General Manager, Vice President, and President of TV6, Rob Jamros. And Rob, TV6 has been doing this almost for 3 decades. It kind of gives you a great feeling that we're able here to help people out.
It does, Steve. You know, the generosity of the people in Upper Michigan never ceases to amaze me. Again, you mentioned, you know, almost 3 decades of doing this. We've raised, you know, over 1 million pounds of food. I don't know what the total is. Scott's running around with his clipboard, but it's just exciting to see what we're able to do and what the people of Upper Michigan are able to do to you know, help those in need. It's, you know, we at TV6 are excited to sponsor this every year and bring it to the people of the area. And but we're just the conduit. You know, it's the people of our area that come together with their generosity to provide for those who are in need, and that's exciting.
Yeah, and you really see people get behind the effort and really come out and really make it count by getting those donations and getting out there and really collecting it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exciting. You know, we have people in and out of here all night. The parking lot's full, and you know, they continue to ride around the building, and we've got people out there directing traffic, and it's just exciting to see how everybody comes together. You know. Yeah,
and great work by you and all the folks here at TV6 to keep up the tradition and keep the canned goods coming in to help feed a hungry neighbor in those local areas throughout the UP. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, now we're going to go outside, which also is a Canathon tradition, to Carl Bonak, who's outside every year enduring the weather just like he should. Carl?
Just like I should? Well, it is cold, but we've had colder. We've had deeper snows. I remember, I think it was back in '04, we had one of those clippers come through with a 10-inch snowfall just before the Canathon began. Tonight, temperatures falling off. We're around 20 degrees now. A few flurries and nothing more. And folks are still coming in. We've already had 2 big trucks, Army trucks, National Guard trucks, leave full of food, and we're filling up another one. Come on down. Bring your cans down to the TV6 Canathon. Back to you in the studio.
Greg got one. Well, welcome back inside the TV6 studio, and we have plenty of people waiting here to talk about what they've done to help collect canned goods for the TV6 Canathon. Maybe we'll bring the next person in line. Why don't you come on over? And I know who this is. They're here every year, but why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people at home?
Okay, I'm Dr. Bruce Torino from Ishpeming. This is Dr. Sarah Paviglio. She's joining me as an associate at the office. So we're here.
Well, I know you're involved in the TV6 Canathon every single year. Why don't you refresh people's memories and tell us what you did this year?
Okay, well, this is our 24th year. And what we did was we gave free chiropractic care to all of our existing patients on Wednesday. And any overflow we did on to Thursday, and we also saw new patients on Thursday. So they all got free chiropractic care. In exchange, they brought in either canned goods for the Canathon, toys for the cheer club, or they gave cash donations to the West End Food Bank.
All right, well, very good. How did it turn out this year? Can I ask you how much you raised this year?
Sure. As far as toys for the Salvation Army, we got 111 toys, 1,943 pounds of food. We raised $872 for the food shelter, and we saw 214 patients that all received adjustments, and we also performed 48 10-minute chair massages.
Very good. A job well done. How does that compare with last year's?
It's down a little bit. It's down a little bit, but everybody still says they come in and they have that fuzzy feeling because the Canathon is what gets them started for the year, for this holiday season.
Well, thank you very much.
And so it's nice to see that. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate your efforts. 24 years he's been helping out the TV6 Canathon. Thank you very much. We're going to send it back over to Steve.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Greg. Thanks a lot, Bruce. And we can all use a massage now and then to really relieve that stress. Joining me now are the fine folks from the Holiday Inn in Marquette, and I'll have you introduce yourselves to let everybody at home know who you are.
Hi, I'm Kayla Johnson.
Tracy Nordquist.
Chuck Bogarts.
Seneca Jacks.
And Kayla's been nominated as the spokesperson for the group. And basically, Holiday Inn has been a great supporter of the Canathon. And what did you guys do this year?
Well, we've been doing it for 6 years, and the last 2 years we've challenged the community. This year we came up with 200 cans for the hotel staff, and then the community came up with 104. And every time somebody dropped off anything from the community to the hotel, they were entered into a drawing, and we had a couple of prizes. The first prize was an overnight room for 2, and then breakfast and dinner, and the winner was Cindy Mittenberger. Then we had,
Congratulations.
then we had a pool party winner, and that was Dan Whittela. And the last prize was brunch for 2, and that was Oscar Forsman.
All right. Congratulations to all 3 of those, and that's great. You guys do a great job, and everybody, the employees and everyone gets involved.
Definitely, and we also have a check that we wanted to donate as well.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and everybody at the Canathon and everybody that will use that wisely in reference to filling the food pantry shelves. So thank you very much, you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kayla. All righty. Now let's go back over to Greg.
Thanks, Steve. The Salvation Army has been a busy place today. TV6's Noelle McLaren is standing by live at the food pantry. We'll send it over to her. Noelle?
Greg, we have a huge effort going on down here. We're now almost at 10,000 pounds of food down here at the Salvation Army in Marquette, and now begins the sorting process. That's what you see going on behind me right now. We have a bunch of people, volunteers from the community, Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity from Northern Michigan University, and NMU hockey. They're all just taking all of the food that was brought in and putting it on shelves. And I know it must feel really great, especially for Captain of the Salvation Army here in Marquette, Ramona Arthur. Ramona, how does it feel to be here today and see all of this happen?
It's great. We're really overwhelmed by the amount of food we received and the volunteers that have come out to help us sort it and put it on the shelves.
How are we doing this year? I know this is a big effort every year, but this year in particular, how are we doing, especially in comparison to maybe last year?
It's about even with last year right now, but we're still anticipating a lot of food coming in still tonight.
In fact, I know we've had a couple of stragglers come in last minute and bring in a couple of donations. What about those people? Who brought stuff in last minute?
Anytime Fitness in Harvey brought us 220 pounds of food just a few hours ago. We got 5,000 pounds of food from Marquette Senior High School, which was really helpful for us today.
That's a lot of food. And it's going to go to a lot of families. Who benefits from this? We know it's a lot of people in the area, but who specifically?
We serve the western part of Marquette County and all of Alger County from this food pantry, and we're really excited to be able to have the food on hand to serve the families who need it.
Okay, thank you so much, Ramona. And right now I'm joined by one of the people who has benefited from this effort. I'm joined right now by Christy from Gwinn. Christy, what's your last name one more time?
Hardy.
Christy Hardy from Gwinn. Christy, talk to me about why this effort is so special to you.
It is just very nice to see everybody out and helping with stocking the shelves, and just so nice that they can come and help.
Kind of seeing the fruits of their labor come together here, and I know it's helped you. You had a kind of rough year, that's why you need some of the help here. Tell me about your story.
My husband was working and he injured his back at work and is no longer able to work.
It's important to point out, though, that this can happen to anyone at any time, right?
At anyone at any time, yes.
Okay, absolutely. And so what sorts of things has this helped you with?
With all the nutritious foods that I need to help keep my daughters growing healthy.
Right. Thank you so much, Christine. And I'm sure it helps a bunch of people across Marquette County. Thank you for your efforts, I know, from us at TV6. Back to you live in the studio, reporting live from the Salvation Army in Marquette. Noelle, TV6 News.
Thanks, Noelle. Actually, we're outside the studio, and we have folks coming in, bringing in their canned goods, and one of them is from Ishpeming. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us what your business is?
Sure. I'm from Hair Hiatus in Ishpeming, and we decided to go along with the Canathon, and we everybody brought in a donation. They got $1 off for every can they brought in for haircuts. And we seem to get quite a bit of people come in and do that. So they were really nice and helped us out.
Excellent. Thank you for helping us out with the Canathon, Diana.
No problem.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Carl. Joining me now is Lieutenant Steve Hansen, and you're with the Salvation Army out of Ishpeming, and you're like on the forefront of helping people put food on the table, and also the more important thing is trying to keep the store shelves in your Salvation Army unit stocked so people can actually shop there. So I guess first of all, let's talk about the need. What do you see as far as the need this year, and has it grown over last year?
Yeah, it definitely continues to grow. We see new people all the time who have never utilized our services or any other sort of food bank. We get a number of people who come to us and say, I've never been through this, I don't understand the process, and my caseworkers have to explain to them all the different things they have to go through for food or other assistance. And so we continually see people who have never had to utilize a social work type of situation. So that continues to make our shelves empty more than ever before.
Now, if people are looking to donate, what kind of items would you use more often than not?
You know, something like a skillet meal, like hamburger helper or peanut butter and jelly, those things that are easier meals for people to make. A lot of people have no idea how to make meals from scratch. So something that is easy for them to cook and something that can hopefully be several meals for a family.
And the need is not just this time of the year during the holidays where a lot of people are very generous, but you guys have a need year-round that discontinues, right?
Right. All year long we have people coming to us for food. There are some people that month after month have to come to us because they can't make the dollars that they get stretch to keep food on their table.
How do you feel about this? I mean, this has got to be somewhat frustrating, I would imagine, for you just personally, just seeing this type of thing day in and day out, and really it just keeps growing rather than shrinking.
Yeah, well, not frustrating. I guess when I look at it, I see the community still continues to help us, and we are able to help the people, and that's really where the focus is for us. It frustrates us, yeah, that we continue to have to help people, but that's really what we're here for, and why we started in England, that we're able to help people when there's nowhere else to turn.
All righty. Well, keep up the good work, and much appreciated, and I hope someday we're talking on better terms where people don't need as much.
That'd be great.
All right. Thank you very much, Lieutenant Stephen Hansen with the Salvation Army in Ishpeming. Let's go over to Greg.
Thanks, Steve. One thing we see a lot with the Canathon every year is a friendly competition among local businesses. We have another one this year. UP Health Plan, along with VAST, had a competition to see who could bring in the most canned goods. And what is your name and where you're from?
My name is Jennifer Claus, and I'm with Upper Peninsula Health Plan.
All right. And give us an idea of what you did this year.
Well, we had our friendly little competition, our annual competition against VAST to see who could raise the most cans. And it looks like we won by a little bit.
Just a little bit,
yes,
huh?
Yes. We have 70 people that contributed, and we brought in 3,500 pounds.
Very good. Outstanding. And how does that compare with VAST? Or tell us your name, first of all.
Jay Hillier with VAST.
Jay Hillier with VAST. And how much did you raise this year?
We have 34 employees, and we ended up about 1,900 pounds.
1,900 pounds. Well, still, that's a very good effort combined. That's a very impressive total. And what makes you do this year after year? I know it's not your first year doing this.
Friendly competition. We meet once a year, a couple times a year throughout the industry that we're in, and so we chose to do this for fun and for a good cause.
And what kind of response do you get among the employees? Everybody is eager to participate and help out?
Yes, yes. We enjoy it. We actually like to have competition within our company as well. So we enjoy competing against one another.
All right. So just trying to add it up here, I think combined somewhere around 5,500 pounds of food. Is that right? Okay, well, thank you very much. That's VAST along with UP Health Plan, raising quite a bit of food this year. Appreciate your efforts. We're going to send it back over to Steve.
Thanks a lot, Greg. There's been a great effort in the Keweenaw to help feed a hungry neighbor, and let's go up to Gabrielle Mays, who joins us from the Houghton Hancock Bureau with a report from their efforts. Gabrielle?
Thank you. I'm Gabrielle Mays here in the Houghton Bureau, and tonight my guest is Deborah Hilscher. Deborah, she's the office manager for Eagle Radio. Deborah, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Deborah, you've been participating in this Canathon now for how long?
Eagle Radio's been participating for 10 years.
Okay.
I've been taking care of things for the last, 5 years?
For the last...
No, longer than that, since 2003, so 8 years.
8 years, that's a long time. So talk to me a little bit about why something like this is important to Eagle Radio.
Well, because we are a part of this community as everyone else is, and we've just found in the years that we've been doing this that we truly are all one. We're all in this together, so.
Right. And so how would you say everything went throughout this week?
Oh, things went great this week.
Good. And so what are all the places that you went to?
Oh, geez, we had every school in the Baraga, Houghton, Keweenaw counties, local grocery stores, and some other local businesses were collection points as well.
Okay. And so how much would you say the Can-a-thon has helped the Keweenaw community?
Tremendously. The one thing that we're getting from a lot of the food pantries is that they're seeing people who have been contributors in the past who are now heading on hard times and needing to get food from the pantries themselves. So tables turn.
Okay. And so over the years, is there anything that you would say would stand out the most to you?
I think probably the tremendous welcome we get at the food pantries when we go in and their shelves are empty and we pull up with a loaded trailer with, you know, a ton or more of food.
So how, I know you know this, but how much has the Keweenaw collected?
This year, our total collections to this point, 16,014 pounds. That's 8 tons, 14 pounds.
8 tons of food?
That's a lot of food.
That is a ton of food.
That's a lot of food.
Oh my goodness. So is that something that we've done before? Or?
In years past, we've been as high as like 9 tons, but past couple of years, collections were a bit lower, and this year, the area just really stepped it up.
Okay, that's great. So, Deborah, I just want to say thank you for being my guest tonight, and also thanks to the Eagle Radio, because you guys are always a help for us. And also, we want to thank the people in the Keweenaw for donating all the things for the Can-a-thon. So, I'm Gabrielle Mays, and back to you in Marquette Studios.
And we're outside the studio. Northern Michigan University is always active in the TV6 Can-a-thon, and we have 3 student representatives, and I want to get their names. First of all,
Lydia Stoof.
Lydia.
I'm Hannah Kratz.
And I am Nick Krawczyk.
And Nick, why don't you explain what you did to get your contribution?
Well, we started off by throwing posters up about a month ago, and we got we also did bring a can to school day with the students. Everywhere we try to get every student to bring a can in and drop them in our boxes. But that was our main ploy, was throwing posters up, sending out emails, things like that.
And what is the organization that you're with?
We are the NMU Volunteer Center.
And how much food did you end up raising?
This year we collected just over 1,500. I think we clocked in at 1,520.
Great. Thank you very much for your contribution. We really appreciate it. Back to you in the studio.
All right. Thanks, Carl. Well, joining me now is Captain Joel Arthur with the Salvation Army. And as Steve had mentioned earlier, it's the people of the Salvation Army really are on the front lines of helping people in need during the holiday season. What are you seeing in terms of need out there this year?
Need, we're seeing our food pantry being without food at some time during the year. And it's great to see the Can-a-thon and those people that are generous in donating their canned goods and helping us keep the pantry full.
And I imagine you get a lot of people stopping by the Salvation Army in need of help.
We do. We've seen an awful lot of people that are first-time new people coming to the food pantry, people that never thought that they would be wanting to come to a food pantry and now find themselves in that situation to receive food from us.
And we just had a live report from Noel McLaren not too long ago. It looked like there was a lot of activity down at the Salvation Army tonight, an encouraging sign, seeing those shelves finally getting restocked.
It's great seeing the NMU hockey team there helping out and helping us stock that pantry, seeing the fraternities come out and help, and it's great. It touches your heart when you see people jump in and want to get their elbows dirty to help out, and it's really great.
Right. And during the Can-a-thon, we always talk about canned goods, but you provide much more than just food.
We do. It's more than just food. We also provide services to help those that maybe have a problem with rent or maybe have a problem with their utility assistance, and so we're able to help them out with that and also help with sheltering those individuals that may find themselves in need of that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's Captain Joel Arthur with the Salvation Army. Again, we appreciate your efforts, and we're going to send it over to Steve Asplund.
Thanks a lot, Greg. Joining me now is Tess, and you're with Schwalbach Kitchens in Marquette on 3rd Street. And you guys did a rather unique fundraising event to bring in canned goods and help fill the pantry shelves.
Yes, we came up with cans for Corian, and if you donated 8 to 10 non-perishable items, we gave you a Corian cutting board. We did over 185 cutting boards and 1,600 pounds of food, so it was an amazing response.
Wow, the guys were kind of busy sanding and cutting boards?
Excessively busy.
But they had a great time, and everybody really pitched in and helped, didn't they? A lot of volunteer hours as well.
A lot of volunteer hours. We totally enjoyed it, and we look forward to doing it again next year.
All All righty. Well, we'll look forward to it. Maybe we can even double it, and maybe they'll do 300 boards.
Hopefully, yes.
All righty. Well, thank you very much, Tess. And
Thank you.
much thanks to Schwalbach Kitchens for their help.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. All right. Take care. Now let's go over to Greg.
Thanks, Steve. Well, the TV6 Canathon Drive really is a UP-wide effort. Right now, we're going to go to our TV6 Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter, Adam Chick, who is standing by live. Adam?
Well, thanks, Greg. The TV Canathon has been huge in Dickinson County, and we are doing huge things here. I'm standing here with Keith Hootery, local DJ with Results Broadcasting. Keith, why is this important to this community?
Well, most importantly is the fact that a lot of people are in need. You know, we've done this for many years as part of Results Broadcasting, and it's an ongoing effort. You know, people just, you and I, we stand here and we don't see necessarily families that are in need, but that doesn't mean that the need doesn't exist. So, you know, we try to collect as many pounds of food as we possibly can to make a difference, you know, and I think that's what the Canathon's all about. And you know, we bond together, you know, as Yoopers. You know, we try to get together and try to help each other as much as we possibly can. We're all alike from Sault Ste. Marie to Ironwood and points in between. So we try to collect as much as we possibly can because people need it, first and foremost.
Do you think it's helping?
I definitely do, yeah. As I understand, we had, I think, 15,000 pounds between the Salvation Army and St. Vincent de Paul this year. I believe that's the number that we have come up with in 2011. So that makes a difference. You better believe it does. Every pound helps.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Keith. Next up, we have Chris Rockefeller from the Salvation Army. Chris, what do you need to improve the Salvation Army's effort here in Iron Mountain?
Well, right now we need bell ringers. We need them to ring because every time that bell is not being rang at the kettles, we are losing out on money that could be going towards families. So every time someone rings a bell for 2 hours, we feed a family of 4 for a week.
Is there a phone number where we can reach you?
You can reach me at 396-1720.
Great. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
And speaking of bell ringers, we have one right here. Brent, tell me why you're a bell ringer, buddy.
Because I like to help the community.
Well, there you have it. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks a lot, Adam. We're back here at TV6 in studio in Negaunee Township. Joining me now, let's introduce these guys and tell us who you're with.
We're with the Marquette American Legion Blues baseball program and also with Cherry Creek Elementary School.
And you are?
Derek Swajinen.
Okay, and you are?
EJ Kostriva.
And is EJ talking or are you Derek?
I'll talk.
All right. Well, tell us what the Blues did and brought in.
Well, what happened is one of the teachers over there that she needed help hauling all the goods. And they had 4 truckloads that we ended up hauling. So
wow.
The Blues donated their time. They went out, picked them all up, and brought the goods here. So it's a thanks to the Cherry Creek Elementary students and the faculty over there.
That's great, and it's good exercise for the guys that need a little workout.
Yeah, we're starting early for the season.
That's great. And Cherry Creek, they have a great program out there, and the kids really turn out, and the parents and families help as well.
It was awesome. Like I said, we went in there. We had 4 truckloads full right to the brim. We dropped off here, so it was. I'm not sure how much it weighed, but it was nice to see.
Well, that's great. Thanks very much, Derek. Appreciate it, and the Blues, and EJ as well. Take care, and best of luck. Let's double it up next year.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. Let's continue now. Let's go over to Greg.
All right, thanks, Steve. Joining me now is Rena. She's from the Color to Die For Salon. That's DYE, by the way. Helping out with the TV6 Canathon this year. Tell us what you did this year, Rena.
Well, Tyler came to me with an idea. He wanted to help out with the Canathon and asked me to put in, so we decided to donate. Every donation we took in, we gave back $1 on a gift certificate for hair services, and people just flooded in. We collected just shy of 1,000 pounds in 2 weeks, and these kids were out on the streets with the flyers. Johnson Printing printed us the free flyers, and they went out and hit the streets and posted them all over the school, and I don't think they did a bad job for...
Very nice job. And you just moved back to the Marquette area after being in Pittsburgh for a while. What made you decide to get involved with the Canathon this year?
Well, before I left, I used to go to the food banks, and, you know, times were hard. So I thought, you know, Tyler's right. It's time to give back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the salon to give back to the community whenever we can. And, hey, if the kids are willing to put in their hard work, then I'm willing to let them do it.
All right. Well, we appreciate your efforts. Again, it's Rena from the Color to Die For Salon. That's on Front Street in Marquette. And looks like she certainly does good work. Right now, we're going to send it back over to Steve.
Thanks a lot, Greg. And we talked a lot about, and you had mentioned earlier, about competition. And there's plenty of competition when you look at the area nursing homes in Marquette County. And I'll have these folks introduce themselves and who they're with, and we'll explain a little bit about what's going on. You are?
I'm Tina from Marquette County Medical Care.
Oh, and behind you is?
Chris from Marquette County Medical Care.
Sherry from Marquette County Medical Care.
I'm Rachel Carter from Mather Nursing Center.
And I'm Ray Johnson from Eastwood, and also representing Norlight Nursing Centers.
All righty. And Ray, let's talk a little bit about what you guys did for this competition.
Well, this is our third year actually doing this friendly competition, and obviously the ideal thing here to do is to raise as much canned goods as possible for the communities. And this year, this is like I said, it's our third, and Mather Nursing Home won it last year, and as of right now, she has to pass it on to Eastwood as we edged all the other nursing homes. Very close race, but we raised 1,200 pounds.
1,200 pounds of food, and they came in just a smidge behind you.
Just a smidge, actually. It was very close. I was actually kind of surprised. A couple of their truckloads looked a little bigger than ours.
Probably telling people, quick, bring some more in, throw some more in there.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's kind of the idea there.
All righty. Well, congratulations to you guys. It's great to have some friendly competition out there and really help feed the people that are in need around the area. And I'm sure you see a lot of that in your line of work as well at their nursing home, that people really could use some help down the road. So thank you very much, Ray. Appreciate it, as well as the folks from Mather and Marquette County Valenti Center. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now let's go back over to Greg.
Thanks, Steve. Well, every year the people in Delta County do a great job with the TV6 Canathon. They always have a couple of big events, and joining us now to tell us more about it is our TV6 Escanaba Bureau reporter, Yona Gavino. Yona?
Good evening, Greg. We've been having a blast here in Delta County in the past 30 days of our Canathon special here. And of course, we couldn't have had it without of our TV6 Canathon partners from WYKX, WDVC. And we're going to be joined now by Mike Flavor. And Mike, I know this is your second year. Tell me how it's been so far.
You know, it's been great. Definitely more hands-on this year, and it's just wonderful to see the community come together for such a great cause.
Okay, great. And then, Mike, another question for you. Why is it so important for the radio station to be involved in this effort?
You know, the radio is a very strong media outlet. It gets into many vehicles, office buildings, homes, so it's a great way to get that word out for everybody. I also like to thank some people, if I can. Jim and Betsy Cook for matching business donations up to $500. Northern Motors and Riverside locations. Courtney over at Copland Iron and Metals for weighing all the vehicles. Everyone on the staff of WYKX and WDBC, as well as all the volunteers. Pepsi, Angie Savorsky of the Island Resort and Casino. She donated tickets to the Eddie Money Show, as well as arranging for Eddie Money himself to come out and help with the Canathon. Last but not least, all the people that donated this year.
All right. Thank you so much, Mike, for joining us. And we're going to go ahead and move on with two other special guests tonight. We've got Dwayne Menard, who is, of course, the food pantry supervisor from St. Vincent's here in our area. And we've got Major Hansen from the Salvation Army. And Dwayne, I'm going to go ahead and get started with you. What's the need like in our community?
The need is great, and we say that every year, and it seems like it just gets greater and greater every year. And this year here, there's no exception. And the food that we receive through this will help stock that pantry probably for about 6 months, which helps feed that hungry neighbor. And thanks, Delta County, for all your help.
All right, and thank you so much, Dwayne. And we're going to go ahead and move on with Major Hansen, of course, from the Salvation Army. Major, how much does a difference does this drive make in our community?
Makes an incredible difference. This year has been an especially devastating year for our food pantry. The shelves have gone close to bare several times, and this has just helped to replenish that and make sure that we're there when neighbors turn to us for help.
All right, thank you so much, Major. And Greg, that's all the time we've got now. Reporting live in Escanaba, Yona Gavino, TV6 News. Back to you.
Thanks, Yona. Joining me now is Tom Argetsinger of the NMU UAW Local 2178 Office of Professionals. And every year they do a great job helping out with the TV6 Canathon. Tom, tell me what you did this year.
We're donating our $2,000 to the Canathon to help out the people of Marquette County.
All right.
We know they always need it.
So you guys just flat out give money. Enough with the collecting of cans. You just open up the checkbook and help out that way?
Well, I do a little more than that, but yes, all the members do contribute, you know, from their union dues and everything else. So it's a nice, worthy cause for the whole community.
Well, that is a lot of money. Let's take a look at this check here. That's a $2,000 check, again, from the NMU Office Professionals. And as you said, people just chip in out of their union dues and their paycheck and however they want to donate.
Yes.
Do you collect canned goods as well?
Around Northern there are canned goods that are collected, but this is separate from that. But yes, it's a great overall, we do a great job for Northern.
You certainly do, and you don't have to twist any arms or anything. People
No.
always eager to help out.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's Tom Argetsinger. He's with the NMU UAW Local 2178 Office of Professionals. Thank you very much. And
You're welcome.
I know we'll see you again next year, too.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Tom. And right now, we're going to send it back over to Steve Asplund.
Thanks, Greg. And joining me now, a couple of gals that are rather athletic, and I'll have you introduce yourselves.
I'm Susie Solon from the NMU Student Athletic Advisory Committee.
And you are?
I'm Sarah Hamilton, and I play volleyball with Susie.
Okay. And basically, what does your organization do, or why is it on campus?
We like to organize a lot of volunteer opportunities for our student athletes and get them to be more active members of our community.
And now, what did you guys do to help the Canathon and collect some canned goods?
We put boxes in each of our sporting team rooms and had them encourage them to bring in food items for this pantry, and also collected items at a couple of hockey events.
All right. Now, you guys collect a lot of food. You have a lot of teams, too, don't you?
Yeah, we have about 13 teams that we collected from.
And each one brought in a little bit of something.
Yes.
All right, that's great. Well, you guys keep up the good work. I'm sure there's a lot of generous people on campus to help out the Canathon and the local food pantry. So thank you very much for helping out.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And now we'll go back over to Greg.
All right. Thanks, Steve. You know, what always amazes me about the Canathon is the creativity of these businesses, the different ways they come up with to raise money or canned goods for the Canathon. Joining me now is Jeff Nyquist from UP Home Health and Hospice. Jeff, tell me what you did this year.
Well, we've been doing this for a number of years now, but we decided to take it up a notch and try to inspire and motivate folks to come out and give as many cans as they could possibly. So for every 3 cans that folks brought in, they got an entry into the raffle for an iPad 2. And so we actually saw a significant increase this year, which was pretty exciting.
I'm sure. So have you given away this iPad yet to a lucky employee? Or?
Well, we're about to do that right now. It's actually anyone in the community that came in and dropped off cans.
Oh.
So the winner this year is Larry Letts of Marquette.
Larry Letts of Marquette. This is all new to me. I didn't know we were going to give this away live on the air, but Larry Letts of Marquette, if you're out there, you've just won an iPad. And there's someone waving their arms back there who I know is not Larry Letts. But anyway, we appreciate that. So in terms of response then, how many people responded? How many canned goods did you collect?
Well, I can't put an actual number on it because you guys are so good. You're like a well-oiled machine that you actually came and picked up all the cans before we got an actual count. But it was a significant increase, so we were pretty excited about that.
Okay, well, I'm sure our Canathon director, Scott Zerbel, is on top of this, getting it all weighed and counted. Again, Jeff Nyquist of UP Home Health and Hospice, giving away an iPad on air today in a live drawing. And just in case you missed that name, who is it again?
Larry Letts of Marquette.
Larry Letts of
we'll be in touch
Marquette.
with you soon.
We'll be in touch with you. Get that iPad. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again next year.
Absolutely.
Got to come up with something to beat this again next year.
Boy.
So.
Yeah, we'll try.
All right. Good luck. And now we're going to send it back outside to Carl Bonak.
Thank you, Greg. And we have lots of organizations that are participating in this year's Canathon, as we usually do every year. And one of them is with us now. Your name, please?
Kim Frost, and this is Ansel.
Ansel.
Hi, Ansel. Kim, would you please explain what organization you're with and how you raised your food drive?
I'm with the Marquette hockey team. I'm the Pee Wee AA hockey team from Marquette, and the boys are at practice right now, so that's why they're not here. And they went out and went door to door around the neighborhood and collected at the end of November, or the beginning of November, and they went around and collected and managed to get quite a bit, and they've been doing it every year. I think this is their 4th year.
How many pounds was that? 400? 440.
Yeah.
That's an excellent job.
Yeah, so they would love to be here, but like I said, they're on the rink.
They got to
So-
get their skills together,
That's right.
Big
Yeah.
tournament coming up?
I don't know, but they're 21-1-1 for the year. So.
Oh, excellent. Wow. Thank you very much, Kim.
Thank you.
Bye.
Back to you in the studio. All right, thanks a lot, Carl. We're down here near the floor to introduce the folks from Marquette General Hospital who did a lot of hard work and raised a lot of canned goods and food for the folks. And let me have you introduce yourselves.
I'm Jill Burby, and this is Ryan and Justin, my little helpers.
All right, did they collect all the cans?
Yep, we loaded them all up and brought them here tonight.
Oh, a couple of strong, strapping young men. So what did you guys do at the hospital?
Well, each department has a box where we collect canned food, and we run a contest. So the top 3 overall departments with most cans or pounds wins a pizza party at the end of the.
And do you know who won the pizza party? Are you allowed to announce that?
No, I'm not allowed to.
So that's still a surprise yet to come.
It is, yes.
All right. Well, you guys do a great job, and your helpers look like they're. You guys ready for bed? No?
Yeah.
I think so. They look like they're pooping out a little there.
I just wanted to say we collected 8,500 pounds, so I'm really proud of everybody and very thankful that for everyone's donations. So.
Yeah, that's great news. 8,500 pounds will go a long way to help put food on tables around the Marquette County area, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, now let's head over to Greg Trick.
All right, thanks, Steve. Joining me now is Liz Paulson. She's with the Wednesday morning Ishpeming Weight Watchers group. And Liz, tell me what you did to help out the Canathon this year.
In the fall, we had a promotion for Weight Watchers to raise, collect canned goods, and the group, our Wednesday morning group, collected 170.6 pounds of canned goods. We donated it locally to a food pantry, and one of the members said, why stop? Why don't we keep doing it for the Canathon? So everyone agreed that was a terrific cause, and we challenged each other to collect more than we had in the first collection, and we beat our record. We did collect 171 pounds. So.
Well, that's a very good total. How many people are in this Wednesday morning Ishpeming Weight Watchers group?
There's anywhere between 35 and 45 that come to that meeting. So.
Still, that's a pretty good response to get 170 pounds of food. Is this something new this year, or have you been doing this?
No, the collection for Weight Watchers has been happening for 4 years, but this is the first time one of our members said, let's keep it going. So everybody thought it was a great idea.
Well, we certainly appreciate you thinking of the TV6 Canathon. Hope it's not the last time we hear from you. You'll be back next year, I hope.
Well, I hope so.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's Liz Paulson with the Wednesday morning Ishpeming Weight Watchers group. And now we're going to send it back over to Steve Asplund.
All right, thank you very much. Joining me now is Steve Perucco with the City of Negaunee as the city councilman for many years, but more importantly, you're with the St. Vincent de Paul Society in town, and you guys, like the Salvation Army, are on the front lines of helping put food on tables and helping needy people with whatever they have at the time. I guess if you could explain a little bit about what the need is and how you're doing at St. Vinny's there in Negaunee.
Our shelves have been pretty empty for a while now lately. We've had to go up and actually buy some food. We've had a lot more people come this year than we've had in the past looking for help, and we have a new place in Negaunee where we're enabling people to give them a little more privacy, because a lot of these people aren't used to taking handouts.
Yeah, it's not something they're proud to do, and they're reluctant to step forward and ask for help, aren't they?
That's correct. They don't want to come for help, unless they absolutely have to.
Now, do you find people that are coming and asking for help with heating bills and actual cash they need to pay off their bills?
We have a lot of people coming in, and this past year we lost a grant because of the unemployment rate in Marquette County wasn't as high as throughout the rest of the state. So we need cash also to help pay for people's heating bills and utility bills.
And how is the need for volunteers? I mean, we talk about people like yourselves that are always out there, but there is always a need to replenish the volunteer pool.
Yeah, we always can use help, and our meetings are on the first Tuesday of the month. We encourage people to come to them.
All righty, and it's important, no matter what you can give, if it's even $1 or a bag of groceries or whatever, every little bit helps, and it goes a long way to make a difference.
Oh yeah, sure does.
All right, thank you very much. Steve, keep up the good work, and all the people at St. Vincent de Paul.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's go back outside to Carl.
Thank you, Steve. Well, the Canathon is almost wrapping up. I know a lot of outlying areas will still be bringing in their goods, and we'll have a total for you probably tomorrow. But we've already filled up 2 big National Guard trucks here, and another one ready to be filled up as we speak. So the Canathon continues, and we thank everyone for donating this year. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, keep an eye on that little clock. It's above the camera.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're inside the studio, and right here is the guy that puts this whole thing together. We just show up here on the night the Canathon happens, but Scott Zerbel is the key man for the event.
Key man, yeah. Yeah, I made it through the day, Steve. It's always a pretty hectic day, starting very early in the morning, trying to You know, we got this program, but also kind of culminating the entire event from throughout the UP and getting all the numbers in and crunching all those things together and making sure the guests are in place for our live remotes. And it's the end of 10 weeks of work.
And he's not the only guy helping, though, right, Greg? I mean, there's a lot of people behind the scenes.
A lot of people behind the scenes. Have you had a chance to crunch the numbers yet and come up with totals?
Right. Our subtotal right now, I'm still waiting on numbers from a few areas. 135,000, approximately 500, and that's great. You know, I mean, we're down a little bit from last year. A couple areas were down, a couple areas were up. It's really kind of a hard thing to kind of judge or predict, you know, but 135,000 pounds of food is a huge impact on helping to feed our hungry neighbors in the UP.
It does go a long way, and you know, not to mention there's cash donations that come along with that to help with heating assistance as well as buying groceries to stock those shelves.
Absolutely, and this year we had, it's kind of nice every year you have some new people come on board and they try some new things, which, you know, we've had kind of some examples of that tonight, but people really have fun with it, from the school kids who do an outstanding job, from the little kids. We had kids from the daycare in today, to the kids in elementary school, the junior highs, high school, and also the university students really come on board. And I want to kind of express enough how much of an impact they make on this event. You know, one of these years I should try to kind of calculate to see, you know, with the students and what kind of an impact on that total come from the student body of the UP. But, you know, it's really a great event. It's great to see people come together and make a donation, either, you know, help out, make a donation, and all those people that help organize the event. We've talked to a number of them this evening. There's a few that weren't able to be on the show that I want to mention. Bob Turvin, who's with the City of Ironwood, Jenny with the City of Wakefield, WIMI, WJMS. They came on board this year to help promote down in Ironwood County. I want to thank Sylvia down there for helping to assist in promotion. Jan at the Good Neighbor Food Pantry in Manistee, Jackie Dobbins at Y101. Jackie, thank you very much for your hard work. Willie Peterson with down at the Munising News in Munising. Willie has kind of spearheaded the effort down there over the past several years. He's doing a great job. I want to thank Willie and everybody down in the Alger County area. Carol and Bud in Iron County, who assist in Iron River and Crystal Falls. They're with the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and they help coordinate things down there. Also, you know, every year these guys show up at around 3 o'clock. The Ishpeming National Guard guys, you know, they come here every year. They're out in the cold. They're helping us load trucks, unload trucks, weigh food. They do an outstanding job. They deliver it to the food pantries here in Marquette County, and you know, I can't thank them enough. And also the United Steelworkers, let me get this right, 4950 and 4974. They do a collection early, kind of a kickoff collection for the Canathon in the schools on the west end of Marquette County, but they're here every Canathon helping out in various ways wherever we really kind of need them. So, you know, and I'm sure I forgot someone. If I did, I'm sorry, but, you know, I just want to thank everybody for helping out. It really is a team effort of not only people here at the station, all the radio stations, all the drop-off points. We couldn't do it without everybody's help.
Yeah, it is a community-wide effort, and whatever food is generated in that community stays in that community and really makes a difference to those people there. So I guess that wraps it up, huh?
Yeah, put down that clipboard and start planning for next year immediately.
Oh, please. I need a nap.
Okay.
You need some rest. I thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. And don't forget to give year-round to the food banks in your local community to help feed a hungry neighbor. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody. Good night.